Welcome back to Dating Dads. It is time for our first second date, if that makes any sense. Looks like chat was indecisive, and then the new guy said, let's do Robert. I'm fine with Robert. He's one of my top picks. We're gonna do Robert. When the internet gains sentience, it destroys us all. Make a deal in alley. Alright, this is the same. This is definitely the same. Alright, next date. Oh, now Pop says Craig. Whatever. F your double vote for Craig. We're doing this guy. I had a lot of fun with Robert the last time we hung out. But I'm beginning to wonder if he's dodging me. I tried messaging him a few times on Dadbook. Says he hasn't even read them. I haven't even seen him come out of his house, actually. I decided to send him one last message, figuring that this will produce the same result. Hey man, don't know where you've been, but we should grab a drink soon. I walk away from the computer because at this point I know he's not messaging me back anytime soon. I linger in the kitchen. I'm all caught up on work. The house is relatively clean. Maybe I should do something nice for Amanda. Aha, I'll bake her favorite pie. I root through the pantry and pull out all the ingredients. This is an old family recipe that I used to make with my grandmother when I was a kid. I actually lost the recipe card a long time ago, but I think I'll be able to remember how to make it. Robert looks like a murderer. Fuck off, Pops. I start mixing the ingredients together for the crust until I get a nice dough. I throw some cherries into a saucepan to make the filling. Normally I don't like to multitask in the kitchen, but this cherry pie is a piece of cake. Pie? It's a piece of pie. I'm making a pie. Ah, man. I can never remember what temperature you're supposed to set the oven at. I'm pretty sure it's 375, but I could be wrong. Who am I kidding? I'm never wrong when it comes to pie. My special twist on Grandma's recipe includes a secret ingredient that not even Amanda knows about. It really makes the cherries extra flavorful. God, why can't I remember what the secret ingredient is? More cherries. Salt. Almond extract. Oh god. Well, it might be salt. I don't think it's almond extract. More cherries would also make it more cherryful. I'm gonna go with salt. This might be a terrible decision. Alright, fuck it. Salt. Why are you saying fox? Shadow Fox, what you doing? Oh, it's salt! Duh! Just a pinch of salt to bring out the natural sweetness of the cherry. Oops, I accidentally poured in too much. Way too much. I'm sure it's fine. Baking's an art! And some of the most beautiful art is made from mistakes. Oh no, this is gonna be awful. This salty pie? A salty pie? What is this, a vagina? No! Out of my life! This is gay dad! Anyway, I finally get the pie in the oven. How long am I supposed to leave it in there? 50 minutes? I'll just wing it. This is the worst fucking baking that has ever happened. Amanda's going to be excited. That kid loves a good pie. I have a seat at the kitchen table and do word jumbles until Amanda comes home. I can hear the doors slam open. Yo, Pops! What smells like pie in here? It's pie, sweetie. Amanda darts over to the oven and looks inside.
Right.
Yas! Yas! Hey, it's not done. Be patient.
Huh?
What's your angle here? What? Pies are an objective-based confection. What are you trying to get out of me? Fine, you caught me. I've been leading a double life. Pikachu Lupa, thanks for that follow hype. Amanda, I have terrible news for you. I'm actually a pro skateboarder, an aspiring astronaut, and bank robber. The lifestyle is calling me back, and I must go. One last job. You know how it is. This pie was the only way I knew how to tell you. Well, I appreciate the years we spent together, but a trade-up is a trade-up. Remember when you're kicking your feet up in Ibiza? Thanks for all the pie. We share a cordial handshake.
Oh.
This is gonna be the worst pie in the world. I wait a few minutes for baking the pie out of the oven. I set it on the rack to cool and guard it as Amanda doesn't dig in before it's ready. Huh? What? Does it look kind of weird to you? Oh, that's just me taking artistic license on what cherry pie means to me emotionally. I'm just saying this because, you know, it seems like you might have fucked up the pie. And you're currently, right now, trying to pass that off as a good thing? It's art, sweetie. Was it art when you accidentally baked a whole uncracked egg into the center of my 12th birthday cake. Well, was it art when you tried to make brownies and accidentally created chlorine glass? Well, it's a bit of an exaggeration. Was it art when you just eat the pie? Panda. I cut us a few slices and we sit down to eat. The cherry filling oozes out of the sides and buttery crust glistens. I watch as Amanda takes a bite. Oh, what's wrong? Is it not good? Amanda winces and fans her mouth. No, I just burned the heck out of my heckin' roof of my mouth. This pie is a mess balls. Goddamn vagina ain't that bad. Beep beep, I'm a sheep. Goddamn both of you. Amanda, Pops, I have bad news for you. Vagina is a salty pie. Anyway, sorry for doubting you. I breathe a sigh of relief and take a bite. She's right. The pie is pretty incredible, as it always is. I'm really proud of you for making a pie without burning the new house down. I got a few dad tricks up my dad's sleeve. Maybe fathers aren't as bumbling and stupid as the media makes us out to be. Maybe we as a society should have a little more respect for fathers as a whole. Dad, your slave is on fire. I run to the sink and put it myself out. Oh God, pride will be my undoing. Amanda and I clean up the kitchen and I play a little more living room hoops before she retreats to her room to do homework. I go back to my word jumbles and, hey, this one smells cat. The rest of the evening trickles by. We eat dinner. I help Amanda with one of her scholarship applications and we both start getting ready for bed. I decided to check Dad Book one last time before I climb into bed. Still nothing from Robert, huh? Hope he's okay. I turn out the lights and lie down. Ding! Hey, Daddy Vox. Hey, Daddy. Hey, I'm outside. Come outside. Oh, what is that? I was just on the verge of falling asleep. I climb out of bed and try to identify the source of the dinging. My computer screen illuminates the dark room. I walk over to it, ready to turn it off, when I notice what's happening on screen. Don't make me honk. I will honk. Get out here. I look at my window, and sure enough, there's Robert leaning up against his pickup truck in my driveway. I open the door and try and figure out what's going on. Hey. Hey?
Oh.
Wanna hang? I was kind of sleeping. That's no fun. Come and hang out. I would argue that the sleeping is very fun, but I don't have to be anywhere in the morning. Might as well live a little. Sure.
Oh?
Cool. You plan on going out like that? I look down and realize that I am, in fact, not wearing pants. I mean, I don't mind, but... Right. 1 second. I run inside and throw on my pants, shoes, and a jacket. Grab my keys and meet Robert back outside. Ready? Ready? Hop in. Oh my God, it's Danny Sexbang. That was a Danny Sexbang. I've given this man way too low of a voice for Danny Sexbang. He is clearly a tenor. I jump into the passenger seat of his old red pickup truck. I have to move a few empty cigarette packets and the gas station receipts out of the way before I can sit. Robert silently starts the car and we drive out of the cul-de-sac.
Hey.
Hey. You like Tom Waits? I love Tom Waits. Tom who? Hoist that rag, baby. I don't know who Tom Waits is. Guys. I wanna score with Robert, so I'm gonna go with Hoist That Rag, baby. That's clearly a reference to whatever Tom Waits is. Before I can answer, Robert turns up the radio. Yep, that's Tom Waits, all right. He lights a cigarette and cracks the window. We drive together in silence. So, where are we going? Robert doesn't respond. Robert? Oh, I heard you. He still doesn't answer my question. I look out the window and notice that Robert's taking us out to the highway. I twiddle my thumbs. Well, whatever I've gotten myself into, it looks like I'm in it for the night. I settle into my seat and watch the streetlights pass by. I glance over to Robert, who's driving intently. He looks tired, as he always does, but there's something a bit more that I just can't place. You okay? I like your car. Say nothing. He has been very clear throughout this courting process that he enjoys silence. Say nothing. Remember what Robert said about hating small talk, and I decided to keep my mouth shut. He notices me staring. Stop looking so nervous. I'm not nervous. You're nervous. I'm a little nervous. Just hang on. We're almost there. Almost where? I have no idea where we are. I think we're moving at a slight incline, but I'm not so sure. We eventually come to a stop. Robert gets out of the car, and I sit for a second, unsure if he wants me to get out, too. What are you waiting for? I hastily exit the car. Robert sits on the bed of his truck and pats the space next to him. He took me to make out point, guys. Dude fucking straight up took this Daddy Vox to make out point. Anyway, I sit down and take in the view. We're on a hill overlooking the city skyline against the bay. The cool night air rustles some trees near us as lights blink in the distance. Off to the side, I can see an entrance to a dense forest. Man, it's also gorgeous. And this is where I come to masturbate. What? Huh. I'm kidding. What's wrong with you? This is my little spot where I come to think and masturbate. It's nice. You can see the whole city from here. Really gives you some perspective. And over there's where I come. Robert reaches behind him, and pulls out something from under his jacket. It glints in the moonlight, and I suddenly realize what it is. Mm-hmm. Oh shit, that's a knife! Oh. Please don't stab me! Robert reaches into his pocket and pulls out a small piece of wood. Please don't stab me with that either! If I'm getting stabbed with wood here, neither of those will do. I need a third option. Hey. Robert takes the knife to the piece of wood and starts carving at it. Oh, I breathe a very audible sigh of relief as Robert looks at me sideways. Did you think I was gonna stab you just now? What? No! Hate to break it to you, but I did in fact bring you out here to harvest your organs. Play along. Yeah, well, you think you caught me in your trap, but I knew. For years, I've been putting the most vile junk food into my body in preparation for this day. Come at me, friend, and reap what you will. Oh. 2 steps ahead of you at all times. That's how I operate. Nothing gets past you, huh? Robert Lee reaches into his pockets and pulls out a folding knife that he opens and hands to me. I'm gonna warn you, the last guy I had a knife fight with lost 3 fingers because he didn't know the 8 basic rules of knife fighting. You're familiar, correct? God damn it. I honestly can't tell when you're he's clearly kidding. I'm so many levels of irony deep that I've forgotten what humor is. He and I laugh. Have you ever willed before? Considering I'm not a grandpa, no. What do you mean by that? Well, I just thought that you would have a block of wood shipped to you along with your first social security check. Daddy, I'll have you know that whittling is a time-honored tradition enjoyed by both young and old alike. That you're dismissing it before you've even tried it speaks volumes about your character. Oh? However, because I've gotten to know you for some time and have come to think of us as friends, I'm willing to attribute it to ignorance instead of malice. What I'm trying to say is, go get that stick. Robert motions to a good-looking stick on the ground, perfect for potential whittling. I pick it up. The most important thing to remember while whittling is to cut the grain, with the grain, not against it. If you cut against the grain, the wood is gonna splinter. Isn't the most important thing safety? No. Getting hurt comes with the territory. Look at my damn hands. I look at his damn hands. They're calloused and covered in white little scars. They are very sexy hands. Boy, you can't make a stick omelet without breaking a few hand eggs.
Knife that wood.
Oh, Jesus Christ. What am I supposed to... Okay. I've got... What am I... Did I do it? That's a good start. Knitting needle! Did he ask me what it was? Shit, I missed it. Oh, good start. What is it? It's a sharp stick. It's a, it's a pencil. I'm gonna go with it. It's a sharp stick. That's what it is. Careful. Don't poke yourself with that. You made a sharp stick. Yay! A popsicle stick? It's a tongue depressor. Tongue depressor. I should put that in my first aid kit. Never know when you might need one. You made a tongue depressor! Yay! Okay, what in the actual shit is this minigame? Like, we've had weird minigames so far, but this one's pretty funky. Wow, that thing is tiny. It's a toothpick. Something to make me look tougher. It's working. I think you could take me in a fight. Probably. You made a tough guy accessory. Dream, daddy. Sup, Berserker? It's gonna be a dream, daddy. What? Is it an egg? A chicken nugget? Oh, Ouija board planchette. Ouija board planchette. Now all you need is to carve up a board and we're set. And also maybe carve a ghost. A Ouija board. I'm good. How you doing, Berserk? This minigame is fucking hella weird. What even? Nice form. What's it supposed to be? A self Louisiana. It's you! You really captured my likeness. I'm impressed. Robert, I guess. This is fucking ridiculous. Alright, we're just gonna, like, you know. A fan? Chopstick righty? Chopstick lefty? Chopstick ambidextrous. Chopsticks are ambidextrous. There is no, like, it's a single stick. It doesn't matter what side. It's a stick. An ambidextrous chopstick. Like, there's no right chopstick and left chopstick. Anyway, what the fuck am I gonna whittle now? I'm doing a lot of impressive whittling, to be honest, for a person who has never whittled. These are not bad. Is that a fucking pepper? No, it's a pepper! Okay, I see the duck swan. It's a swan. Nice work. You mean the meanest bird. It's a horse! Big old dog, Spear to the Mustang. Sir Horsington the Brave, child reference. A brave and noble name for a brave and noble creature. A beautiful gift for Amanda. Oh. Alright. Robert and I sit in silence for a while, carving our pieces of wood. I think I'm getting the hang of this. It's actually kind of relaxing. I glance over to see what Robert's working on, and he's carving a smaller wooden knife? Ah! While I'm distracted, the knife slices into my thumb. Blood gushes all over my little wooden carving. Robert is lost in carving. He doesn't notice me bleeding everywhere. Robert still doesn't notice. Robert, I'm dying. I'm bleeding to death. Robert finally looks over. He reaches into his jacket again. Jesus, how much shit does he have in his goddamn pocket? Pulls out a red bandana, wraps it around my thumb. Hold tight. He hops off the truck. I can hear him rummaging around in his car. He comes back a moment later with a well-stocked first aid kit. Robert carefully wipes off all the blood on my hand and swipes a bit of antiseptic onto the cut. With surprising gentleness, He places a bit of gauze on the wound and wraps it all up. You okay? Yeah, I'm good. He hands me what's left of the tube of antiseptic.
Oh?
Make sure to keep that cut clean. It's oddly touching and a little sexy. I guess I'm a real whittler now.
Huh.
That you are. Be careful though. They're attracted to the smell of blood. Wait, what? What's attracted to the smell of blood?
Mm-hmm.
Cryptids. Tons of them out there, you know. Cryptids? Like Mothman and stuff? Mothman is bullshit, but yeah, this town's a hotbed for cryptozoological occurrences. You're joking. Oh, how I wish I were. I'm a skeptic myself, or at least I thought I was. There are things in these woods that we can't possibly comprehend. I think about my entire time in this city. Aside from the occasional stray coyote, I don't think it's too bad. You ever hear of the Dover ghost? I don't think so. Is his first name Ben? Ben Dover Ghost?
Hey.
Well, let me tell you a story.
Oh.
I was out in the woods here on a weekend camping trip with Betsy. You don't know Betsy, but she's a big pup. Pit bull. Real intimidating. I feel safe around her. First night goes without incident. Get some solitude. Betsy gets to pee wherever she wants. All the good stuff. Second day, I get into my head that I can hike deeper into the woods. Probably against my better judgment. But hey, we're just having a fun camping trip, am I right? So me and Betsy start marching in the morning.
Really?
It gets a little late and we set up camp. But it's different this night. Real quiet. I can't hear the birds, the crickets, squirrels, nothing. Dead silent. Then it happens. I hear the most unholy growl I've ever heard in my life, right outside my tent. Me and Betsy, we go to investigate. We look around the clearing. Nobody's there. But there's this feeling. Not sure if I can quite describe it. I know something is watching us. Betsy, though, she's scared. Never seen her like that. When she's scared, I know I should be too. And then I see it in the distance. A man, but if something that didn't know what a man was supposed to look like made it. It just looked wrong. Big. Arms too long for its body. Black eyes. It just stood there and stared at me. Then it disappears. I hear one yelp from Betsy and I turn around to check on her, but she's gone. Into thin air. I didn't sleep at all in my tent that night, and I don't think I've slept right since. You're lying. That's terrible. He's this fucking full of shit. Fucking. It's not nice to tell someone they're lying though. Fuck you. Okay, you're full of shit. You think I'm lying? Robert pulls out his wallet and shows me a picture of a beautiful pit bull. Tell that to Betsy. They say that if you listen closely on quiet nights just like tonight, you can hear the howl of the Dover ghost. A howl resonates through the woods. It doesn't sound like a regular howl. It's so guttural, even from far away. Something that makes my skin crawl.
Huh?
Okay, Robert, real funny. I turn to look at Robert. He's white as a sheet. You're messing with me, right?
Really?
I was messing with you up until literally just now. I totally made that camping story up. I strain my eyes to scan the forest line, trying to see where the howl originated from off in the distance. I see something. It's so far away. I barely can make out a shape. It looks human, but it's dragging something? Do you see that?
Oh?
We should go. Robert and I slowly back away and get into the truck. He turns off his headlights and we make a slow crawl away, back onto the road. I'm too scared to look back. What was that?
Huh?
The Dover ghost, I guess. I chuckle nervously. This time he doesn't seem like he's messing with me. Or maybe someone illegally dumping garbage on a wildlife preserve? Yeah, that's the story we'll tell ourselves.
Huh?
We sit in silence for a little while longer. The fear of whatever was slowly subsiding as we get closer to the city. Thanks for coming out. This was fun. I'm sorry we haven't been in touch. I've just been away lately. Oh, in a way lately. I had to get out of the house. Had to be around somebody. You doing okay, man? Robert thinks for a second and lights another cigarette. Been doing a lot of thinking. He takes a long drag. As I get older, I feel more and more that I'm just drowning in this sea of regret. I was so busy chasing after these things that I thought would make me happy that I didn't think about anyone else. All I cared about was myself. I didn't even think. Robert stops. I wait for him to finish his thought, but he just stares at the road. Maybe I'm just built like this. Or maybe I do it to myself. Maybe it's my own choice that I'm as unhappy as I am. I try to think of something to say. I remember all the times in my life. Oh, oops. I try to think of something to say. I remember all the times in my life when I've been sad. And there's a great many of them. But there was always a light at the end of the tunnel. Something I held on to that kept me going.
Hey.
But there's something so resigned about the way Robert's talking. I'm glad you told me that sucks. Maybe we deserve to be eaten by the Dover ghost. Maybe that's why it's here. The Dover ghost feeds off your sadness. My sadness, it hunts us in the night. Honestly, it makes sense. I was trying to get around. To just be devoured for my sins. Yeah, that sounds pretty great, actually. It was a joke. I'm turning the car around. We're going back. Robert slams on the brakes and puts the car in reverse. Robert, wait. He stops the car again. You know what? I thought about it. It's not my time yet. I haven't finished watching the Criterion Collection. They just keep adding stuff to it. But thanks, Daddy Vox. We drive the rest of the way in silence, listening to the radio and watching the bright lights of the city grow bigger. Robert drops me off at my place. As I'm about to close the passenger door, I realize that I still have Robert's pocket knife in my jacket. I pull it out and offer it back to him. You hold on to that. Never know when you might need it. Night, Robert. Have a safe drive home, even though we're in a cul-de-sac, so it's like fucking 2 doors down? 3? Robert smirks, then pulls away. He then immediately pulls into his driveway, which is 1 over from mine. Exactly! He gets out and waves. I tiptoe out of the house, careful not to wake Amanda up. Whoa, where'd you come from? I look around and spot Amanda coming out of the kitchen with a glass of water. I thought you were sleeping. Oh, Robert woke me to go cryptid hunting. You know the Mothman's bullshit, right? Amanda, Link. You know what? It's fine. I finally decided to go to bed. Wait, I didn't give my Sir Horsington the Brave. Guys, I'm gonna go on a limb here and say that I rock at dating dads.
You made me glad.
I am so good at dating dads.